Where they at?
Our time is coming. 2023 is starting with a bang, y'all. Taibu Muad'Dib, we got the People's Choice. Don Rico Live is going down. I've come this far on trust. Lord help me, my mind is stressed. I'm a mess. Lord help me. Open the window up into my heart. I can do nothing without you, oh God. I'm praying, praying. I'm saved by your grace. And I'm a heathen who believes I need a healing from this mess. It must be a test, Lord help me. Hey, you know what it is. You know the vibes is going down. Taibu Muad'Dib getting the feeling going right. I love that song. I love that beat. It just really gets me into the mood to bring y'all the best podcast experience possible. Don Rico, the People's Choice, is in the house tonight, and he's not naked. So it should be a good show. If you look at his hat, he's representing his football team. Second year quarterback Jalen Hurts is making sure everybody else feels the pain. It's going down. Taibu Muad'Dib right here, man. It is your mess. I'm about to go ahead and get these lights cut out so we can get it popping. Shout out to everybody in Seattle, Washington, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Shout out to everybody in El Paso, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, the whole DFW Metroplex. Shout out to everybody in Florida down there getting nipped at by them Gators. Shout out to everybody in Georgia. Y'all football team are national champions. Shout out to everybody in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the crib, Westinghouse, alum. It's going down, man. We're going to have a good time tonight. It's True Love Tuesday. The question is out there. Have you ever got with somebody and found out after the fact who they really were? How do you counteract such a situation from happening without losing your sanity? I know many of us have wanted to drop dead Fred. Don Rico, give us a sound bite.
Yo, what's up, man? Shout out to everybody out there that woke up this morning, man. God bless everybody. Bless that young man that came up out of that coma, man. Man, bless that young man. You know, God is good, baby.
Open the window up into my heart. I can do nothing without you, oh God. I'm
Yeah.
praying, saved by your grace. It's a hot song. I can't wait to get that. I have to have time. Look, when I write the verses to that song, if y'all thought my last song was hot, woo! The People's Choice, Don Rico in the house, baby. You know what's going on. Bam.
Hey, what do you do, man? I'm asking you a question.
What's the deal?
When you find out who they really are. But when you do, look, when you find out who they are, but you so deep in it now, what do you do?
Now, when you say deep in it, Don Rico, what are you actually saying? Emotionally deep in, physically deep? Are you sprung? Like, what are we talking about?
You
deep in?
got time, you got emotions, you got physical. It's like, let's say you've been messing with this girl for 2 years, right?
All right, 2 years on the table.
Y'all rocking hard.
Hard.
And then all of a sudden, 2-year mark come a little past, and all the dirt and the skeletons start coming out.
So do you hear about, so is she admitting this? Did it happen because you gave her a lie detector test, or you heard from a third party?
No, we ain't giving no lie detector tests.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
It's just, people that know her and people that know you, y'all start conversating and woo and then she's admitting it. Like, yeah, I was woo and.
So basically a third party. Basically.
Right, you 2 years in though. What do you do?
So uh to counteract some of this, we're gonna go to the to the people that know. Google. So to counteract some of this stuff, we're gonna go to the people that really, really know what the deal is. Now, me personally, I don't subscribe much to different, thought trains of thought. But sometimes we have to realize that we can, you know what I'm saying, we can definitely learn by checking out other people, right? I'm gonna screen share some stuff. Now, me off the cuff personally, what I would say is that I don't do things in vain. I never really did. When I did it, I meant that. You know what I mean? I hope you feel the same way. So if I'm rocking with her and she's giving me quality and it's skeletons from our past, I can handle that. If it's skeletons from within our relationship, I can handle that, right? But it has to be based on how she's bringing it to me. If she has found value in our relationship now too, then she gonna express that, and I'm gonna know it's real, and we gonna move forward. But if she's like, forget you, I can do without you. I don't need you anyway. You know what I'm saying? She has that kind of attitude. "Well, I can do better off without you. I don't need you. Listen to your mouth." You know what I'm saying? Then yeah, I'm gonna move around. But if she's like, "Look, yo, go ahead, go ahead." I'm
Me,
saying I'll stay in it if she's trying to correct her behavior and get it right and apologize, make it right with us. For not
right,
being honest up front. But if she's like, "Oh, I ain't about to try to hear that. I can have 5 men up in here right now if I want." I'm probably gonna bust a move.
right. Hey, I mean, anyway, I just put that question out there, but me, but basically, when I enter into something different, you know what I'm saying, something new,
All right.
I always say this to them: look, whatever you did in your past is none of my business. Whatever you do in our future is all of my business. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I know shit. I know. I mean, I ain't been the greatest person in the world when it comes to relationships.
Not a choir boy, huh?
And sir, I mean, my body count is definitely not low. So
Okay.
who,
Okay.
who am I to judge the next person when I'm doing the same thing? I'm calling the pot calling the kettle black.
So physiologically speaking, diving into someone is different than being dove into. Would you agree?
Of course. It's different, but
Hold on. You can't now look.
no, I'm saying society.
I'm
Society.
just waiting to shame somebody in 2023.
No, society has it. You know how it go, man. If we got 300-400 bodies, man, we're glorified. If a woman has it, that sign you just had in your hand, you know what it is.
But look, here's the deal, Don Rico. Here's the deal. There really is no way we can actually have any real clue about what women get to experience by bringing life into the world, like by being the ones that carry the life and incubate it and all that.
Yeah,
There's no way around that. I can build a car from the ground up. I can build my house from the ground up. There's no way that we can come anywhere near that. So
exactly.
so with great potential comes what? Great responsibility. There it is.
Did they
So
make a trade?
So ladies, if you out there and you know that you can bring this beautiful, wonderful life into the world, and you're using your body or letting your body be used for a trash can, or you know what I'm saying, some type of uh uh triple X rated toy for whatever man winks at you or buys you a drink at the bar, then it is what it is. And I think you earn whatever bad, shameful, shame bag situation that people put on you, because that just is what it is. You have this great gift, and if you just use it and abuse it, then same as for men. If you are born able-bodied, healthy with your right mind, and you just toss it away and be on BS, I think that you deserve everything that comes your way as a consequence of it. Would you agree, Don Rico? It's me and
Yeah.
you.
Yes, sir.
So I did a I did a Google I did a Google search of some stuff, and I wanted to bring something up. Okay, so it's interesting. I want to screen share this and try to go over this with you real quick. It's interesting. I want to shoot the show. I'm trying to really get cerebral with it this year and put folks up on some game. All right. If people are talking to you, if you're in a relationship and y'all having a conversation, right? And it says, have you ever wondered why and when you use I or we when you talk about a relationship? Have you ever sat down and speculated about what does that actually mean? Using using pronouns like I and we in relationship could actually affect the way you represent your partner. According to the latest study published in the journal Social Psychology and Personality Science, suggests that love in the first degree shows individual differences in first person pronoun use and attachment style. All right. So basically, it says people with anxious and avoidant attachment styles were found to be positive with I talk and negative with we talk, which meant that the pronouns they use to describe the romantic experiences give us an ideal of attachment with their partner. So what that let me break this down for y'all. Right? So if you're at church or you at the job or whatever, and people are speaking about their relationship situations, if they say I, then it represents how they feel about their partner, their attachment to their partner. If they say we, same thing. Now, what this is saying right here is that attachment styles were found to be positive with I talk and negative with we talk, right? So if you think about it, they also found out that people whom they referred as anxious and avoidant are the ones who like to stay away from emotional closeness relationships. They tend to use more I than we while talking about romantic relationships. So I've been in a situation where I found out that, I agree with this study because, if you're with somebody and they have an ex and they were really close with that ex, and they're like, oh, we did this and we did that, and y'all together, but like, oh, we did this and we did that. And you like, if it's flipping you out like we a we? Or what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? So if if a person that you're dealing with is still referring to a person that they used to date as we, that says a lot about the relationship that you're in and about how they feel about it. All right. It says that they're uncomfortable getting close to others, right? And or depending on them. So this right here is probably describing many of your relationships that you're in right now, right? Furthermore, it was found out that people who have higher level of attachment anxiety and avoidance, i.e., the insecure attachment, use greater proportions of the I word, i.e., me, I, me, and mine, and lower proportions of the we word, i.e., ours and us, compared to people who have a more secure attachment style. They found that people who displayed the avoidant attachment styles because their previous relationship experience and they're uncomfortable getting close to others and they're dependent on them. So Don Rica was just talking. I mean, I've had people come on the show and talk about that the whole time. Now I'm teaching you guys and leading you guys somewhere, right? So what we have is we have this study, this scientific study, where of course they have a controlled group, they have a group that's getting the right from real information, and then they're matching them together. But this is what I'm saying. On a True Love Tuesday, you know if it's true love if when you're out in public with this person, you're listening to their conversation. How is your relationship? Well, I'm doing just fine. Or I don't know. Or, if they come with an I, that's saying something about that person a lot. If you listening, you know, I'm gonna go grab my girlfriend because it's time for us to go. So you could say, you know, uh, we're getting ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about listen to the person and this goes to the topic, finding out about that person after you're in a relationship. This is one of the main things, isn't it, people? How you use the word I or we in a relationship reveals your choices. So if you like somebody a lot, like Don, we can put that question out there. 2-year relationship and things like this starting to come out, right? They performed over 1,400 observations drawn from 7 studies to examine the relationship between adult romantic attachment and pronoun use. That's a lot of studying and things that nature. I'm telling you, this is like one paragraph, and then it has a video, and that's it. That's how deep it is. You don't have to be no long drawn out thing for y'all to get the point. If you're with somebody and y'all at a family barbecue or y'all at an event out, a social networking event, and people are talking to your significant other and you're in earshot and all you hear them say is I this, I that. Well, my, this, my that, or me, I'm going to. They don't really ever, they very, very seldom say we or us. I'm telling you right now, this study is putting you up on game. It says basically that a person like that people like that say I and me and mine more than ours and us are uncomfortable getting close to people or depending on them, mainly because of their previous romantic experiences. So if you want to know if the person that you're with is over somebody, I'm telling you right now, if they say, "Oh, I haven't been married for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years," well, it's been a long time since me and my ex broke up, but I don't really have feelings for them no more. You know what I'm saying? But this person isn't willing to get close to you, or this person still, they act like they're getting close to you and y'all really have a good thing, but in reality, they're still referring to their ex, whether it was ex spouse or just the ex period. Like, it's like, well, we used to do this and we used to do that. Like, they could, if they were unattached, they would say, "Well, I can remember doing such and such with so and so." That shows the separation, people. I remember doing such and such with so and so. But if they're still talking, listen to me, ladies, especially you, because y'all men have the upper hand relationships. Watch my last 2 months episodes to get a beat on that. I'm bringing that out, but ladies, you have to give up so much of yourself. Count up the cost. You have to give up so much of yourself. If you hear the man that you're with, whether it's 3 months or 3 years or anything in between, if you hear that man speak about you guys in public and they're saying I, my, me, instead of us and we, I'm telling you right now, trash is a wrap. All right. If anybody is confused about some of this, get in the comment section. I'll continue to break it down for you. But I think it's important to know that if you get into a relationship with somebody, how do you maintain your sanity? How do you keep your sanity intact when these things are happening? Shay Houston, everyone.
What's up, everybody?
So What's happening simply here is you have a phenomena where I'm talking about how people talk. So are they talking differently? Are they talking differently in front of their people than your people? Are they using more in front of their people, but in front of your people, it's a front like, oh, we finna do this, sweetheart. We finna, yeah, us good. But in front of their people is, I got a new job, or I got a new car, or I think that this year is gonna be my year.
Us good.
Yeah.
Oh, stay in school, kids.
I'm trying to help some folks out here. I mean, all jokes aside, we call it what it is. You know, there's a lot of men and women out there faking the funk, everybody. They don't mean you any good, and it's not your fault at all. But they love to put the guilt trip down, right? So it's like, listen to what they're saying. At present, we do not know the pronouns that people use differ depending on their attachment style, or is it something else? Moreover, not surprising that people avoid we talk because their attachment style are often associated with disapproval for intimacy and closeness. Researchers feel that more research needs to be done regarding the issue. So while they're admitting that more research needs to be done, would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
It's still saying if a person is using I, me, and my out in public, concerning y'all relationship more than us and weird, an hour, that lets you know their attachment style. That lets you know how willing they are to open up to you and be close with you. All right. So I just want to make sure you take that into consideration. I believe Shay has a right or wrong segment for today. About to lock it down. Did you send it?
Yes.
Do you want to preface it, please?
Yes. They're discussing traditional men, and he has something to say. I want to know, do y'all feel that he's right or wrong?
Let's go.
With some of these guys, man, unfortunately, they made failure feel like a Marriott bed. It's real comfortable. Yeah. So it's real comfortable. So you can make that statement, keep women feminine, because you coming in like a man, paying all them bills. But for the guy trying to wear that shirt, going 50-50, oh, bro, you can't make that statement. She got to go out there and be a man. She got to go out there and get it like you. Even me as a man, right? If I get with a woman that's running 100 miles per hour too, right? I'm not expecting her to do for us to be play traditional roles. Nah, we're not doing that. Hey, listen, you ain't got to cook tonight. I could cook. I've been living on my own since 24. I'm 39. I can cook. Nah, you ain't got to clean. I could clean. My hands work. With some of these guys, man, unfortunately, they make.
But do you see the other guys' faces as he's talking about cooking and cleaning? They like, what is that?
Get in the comment section. Let us know.
Do y'all feel he's right or wrong in what he's speaking on?
And some of these things might not have all the context that we wanted to have, right? Some of these things might just be a little bit off base to a certain degree. But I think for the most part, he has a valid point about one thing, that men should definitely, I don't care whether you're paying all the bills or not paying all the bills. I think that it's high time we as men start talking about sharing the load and the burden of things that we can bear, because when women are pregnant by us, that's not a burden that we can share. They have to walk that path all by themselves. Also, part of what it means to be in love, um, I think it comes with the sharing of small duties like that. Like I remember sending a text message out to people, and I was saying like, uh, folding, Shay's clothes after I wash them, what I'm saying, is something that brings me closer to her. So you guys, you men out there, y'all just missing out on a lot. Like if you see certain things at home, in the home you share with the woman, like as feminine, when in your home, if you live by yourself, no, he said since he was 24, he's 39. Like if you are folding clothes and washing dishes anyway, then why would it be an issue? Why would it be an issue when you're with a woman because the woman is there? Okay, now that's just something that she does. It doesn't really make much sense. Uh, Not just that, but that was the only real valid point he made. As far as like, you know, who's making the most money and things of that nature, women, modern, progressive, liberal or not. If it's if it's I'm trying to find a safe word for it. If there's beef in the house, right? If there's sausage in the house, then it's not like you know that you can get around what comes with that. I mean, it just doesn't make much sense unless the man is comfortable with that kind of relationship to try to force him into a role where he's subservient or whatever the case may be. Like, ladies, if you want a good man, you have to, treat him like a man. All right. That's a winner. Even if he don't even know how to be a man, right? He being with you, he might want to be a man, but not know how. Then what do you do?
That's hard.
Somebody hop in the comment section and let us know. If a guy wants to be a man, you know what I'm saying, but doesn't know how, do you just scrap him? Oh, he should. He's 28. He should know how to be a man by now.
And I know with guys, it takes longer for y'all to, get together what you need, out of life. So, yeah, 28 is kind of like you should know, but a lot of them don't. So,
It was a good right or wrong segment. I mean, I think he made a good point about men should hop in there. I just don't. What's going on, man? I just think it was. I just don't think it was about the money. I don't think he should say if you're not making enough money, you can't say that. I think his overall statements, overall comment was wrong. Wrong as rain. But the little small side part he put in there about, excuse me, getting in there with the woman and washing dishes and folding clothes. It shouldn't, you whether you paying all the bills or not, you should definitely hop in there and show your woman you appreciate her and love on her in that way. Whether it's cooking, cleaning up behind her, whatever. I just don't think that's a gender role thing. Keeping the house clean is keeping the house clean. I don't think that's on either person.
yeah, but a lot of guys feel that that's a woman's job. So even if she is working, she's still supposed to come home, cook, clean, take care of the kids, get them ready, get their stuff, put them in the bag, put them in the bed. You know what I'm saying? They feel like that's a woman's job. So even if she's working, you know.
Let me help you ladies out right now. Gender roles aren't meant to help men who aren't manly feel more like a man. I don't know how else to say it any different than that. It just what are we discussing? You know, if a man feels like a woman should have a certain role and do certain things around the home because they're womanly duties, it looks like he's trying to overcompensate for something that's missing within himself. If I see dirty dishes, gentlemen, I'm going to wash some sums of guns. If it's dirty clothes in the hamper, I'm going to go put them in the laundry, do the laundry. If it's stuff on the floor, I'm going to pick it up. That just is what it is. Like, you walking past something and you thinking in your mind, oh, she better get it or else. Yeah. So I don't agree with him. I think he's wrong overall. I don't think it has to do with money. Men, I mean, I can, if I'm having all that money, I'm paying somebody else to do it, and neither me or my sweetheart are cleaning up. All right. That's how it needs to be done. If you have enough money, fellas, to pay all the bills, pay for a nanny too, or pay for a housekeeper too, so she can equally share in the duties of not having to do it.
I like this. So when we getting a housekeeper?
We have two of them in the room playing a video game. When you gonna stand on it? Yeah.
Okay, when they leave, are we gonna get one?
No.
When they get out the house, are we gonna get one?
I'm saying, what are you talking about? That was a legitimate answer. Stand on them healthy young men. They're not doing nothing. This house should be spotless. Then they can sound and play that video game. So I mean, it's all right. You know, time tells all tales, people. Taibu Muad'Dib right here. What I'm sharing with you right now, we're gonna go over the right around segment again one more time. Let it ride.
It's real comfortable. Yeah. So it's real comfortable. So you can make that statement, keep women feminine, because you coming in like a man, paying all them bills. But for the guy trying to wear that shirt, going 50-50, oh, bro, you can't make that statement. She got to go out there and be a man. She got to go out there and get it like you. Even me as a man, right? If I get with a woman.
What is he talking about? She has to go out there and be a man.
No, because they talking about being feminine. Like, they want women to be feminine, but then at the end of the day, that's what he's saying. They having to go out and be the man, so they have to be masculine because they doing the man's job, basically. That's what he's saying in that part.
That has to be the epitome of stupidity.
Listen to it from the beginning. Hold on, y'all.
What are you talking about?
Listen to it from the beginning.
I'm listening.
With some of these guys, man, unfortunately, they may feel like a Marriott bed. It's real comfortable. Yeah. So it's real comfortable. So you can make that statement, keep women feminine, because you coming in like a man, paying all them bills. But for the guy trying to wear that shirt, going 50-50, oh, bro, you can't make that statement. She got to go out there and be a man. She got to go out there and get it like you. Even me as a man.
I mean, if you stop holding the door, I don't want to hear him talk past you. You have said nothing. Listening to him say it again has done nothing to change my opinion of him saying she has to go out there and be a man. So, for all of you that don't know the history of Africans in America, at one point in time, it was very, very difficult after slavery for African men to get work. But it was very easy for African women to get work. Doing what? So I don't, and back in these times, that was when the African family was still very tight knit. When there was still 80% of homes had both parents. So the woman wasn't choosing to be a man then. So this is a guy that does, he was raised by a mom that let, her sons play video games instead of cleaning up the house and going to school and passing their classes. That's what he was raised by, because he talking outside of his neck. She has to go out there and be a man. When is she ever going to be a man? She's never going to be a man. If she's better situated to work in the environment of the community that they're in, then she's making the money to take care of the family, but she's still the woman in the family though. She's not the man in the family. Yeah, but if you want to, everybody has a voice here. If you want to argue that point, that's fine. I'm just in my personal opinion, him saying that means, that he has no real concept of what it, and to me, it sounds like he's single at 39. So that's probably part of the reason. You know what I'm saying? That it was, it was nonsensical. Didn't make any sense to me at all. She has to go out there and be a man, so you can't tell her to, be feminine or whatever. I don't know. Do you feel non-feminine because you go to work every day?
No.
Anybody out there, ladies, do you feel non-feminine because you have a nice job, you make a good deal of money? Get in the comment. This is news to me. So what he's basically saying is if a female's making 6 or 7 figures, she has the right to be masculine. I'm asking you, just your clip.
I think that's just what he's saying. That guys want somebody feminine, but they've been having to do everything by themselves for so long that they have, I guess, masculine traits.
So if I put myself in a position to date a woman that's making 6 or 7 figures and she says, Daddy, you ain't got to work, I'm gonna take care of things, that means I should feel feminine, or I'm gonna start acting more feminine now because I'm a stay-at-home dad.
I don't know.
I'm talking. This
That's
is
off of each person. That's his opinion.
Everybody, don't take podcast relationship advice from a person that wears ski sunglasses to the side of their head. He looked like he just got done smoking 4 blunts and eating 2 cheeseburgers. He looked like everything on his whole body is fake, except for the earphones. He got look. The hair might not be real. The ski glass he got from the guy sitting next to him, they got money. You know what I'm saying? How do you even get on the podcast? I look at it more like they just got some small off the street. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Shama Believe t-shirt said, "Hey man, come on the podcast and talk crazy." Like there's nothing legitimate about this character right here. Nothing. As evidenced by the statement, she has to go out here and be a man. That's just you've definitely outdone yourself this time, Shay. You always find the coldest seven. Shay Houston there, about right around 7. You still never said if you think he's right or wrong.
I think he right in an aspect.
Oh boy.
Don't do that. He right in certain aspects.
Which one is that?
When he say that the man and the woman should cook and clean, and do both. It shouldn't be just, the woman need to do this. Just because you making more money or whatever.
Respect. All right. So So do you feel like um this is true? People who display avoidant attachment style. So if you display the avoidant, so you avoid being really truly attached to somebody because of your previous relationship experience.
What you mean attached?
So avoiding attachment is, keeping walls up, not letting somebody get close, shutting down a lot, keeping up, not being willing to come to understanding with folks. Like, do you feel like, it's they have that they're displaying this, that this is how they're demonstrating and operating on a daily basis because of previous relationship experiences. They're uncomfortable getting close to others or dependent on them. I mean, do you feel like those?
They saying that's what they got out of, I guess they stats, I guess the statistics that they got it from. But that's not everybody, you know what I'm saying? You can't say that everybody does that.
Hmm.
Or you asking, do I do that? Or you just
Well,
saying, do I think that that's
up here it says, you know, people they refer to as anxious and avoidant. So anxious to get out the relationship, maybe. I don't know what anxious to do what, but anxious to move around, maybe. I don't know. But people they refer to as anxious and avoidant are those who like to stay away from emotional closeness in relationships. So do you find yourself closed off, or do you think that people, are closed off because and there is evidence they use the word I more than we when talking about their romantic relationships?
good? I mean,
See, I had to.
maybe they just so used to using it, they haven't, got accustomed to saying we and our, or us.
So down here it says the insecure attachment. It says the insecure attachment use greater proportions of the I word, like I, me, and mine, and the lower proportions of the we words, ours, us, as compared to people who have more secure attachment styles. So,
So maybe just their background, you know, how they grew up. That's how they, used to saying things. So
okay.
it's something that they probably would have to work on with being in a relationship to, you know, if you've been single or, what I'm saying, for so long, you so used to saying my and, you know, I did, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it all depends on too how long you've been with somebody, or if this like, are they talking about people that's married, or are they talking about people that's been in relationships for long term, short term, you know what I'm saying? It depends on what they or who they talking about.
Well, it says here the results of this study are meaningful for a couple of different reasons. First, it provides an evidence that what words we use describe our previous experiences. So if you're no longer married to someone and you're talking, but you refer to relationship as we did this and we did that when you're in a relationship with somebody else, that basically is evidence that, you know what I'm saying, you have an anxious or avoidant attachment situation. So you're not going to attach yourself to the person. It kind of sounds like in kind of a way that you're basically speaking into existence to that person without them knowing it, that you refuse to be as close to them as you were to the person referring to yourself as we would. All right. But it gives us clues or ideas about how the person using those words thinks, feels, or behaves in romantic context. Second reason, when people use self-assessment to assess attachment styles, they are often unaware of the pronouns they use while telling their autobiographical experiences. So the clue or ideal may be less impactful due to self-presentation biases. All right. Which means we all want to put ourselves out there in the best light. So that's why I advocate lie detector test, everybody. Get that lie detector test, everybody, because if you don't, you're in jeopardy of somebody finding out down the line that this person is going to avoid emotional attachments to you because they're still emotionally attached to somebody they're referring to as we or us or they right in front of your face and you don't even know it. Taibu Muaddi right here, man. Just wanted to give everybody and offer everybody an opportunity to see that there's things going on more than meets the eye. Shay, how do people counteract stuff like that without losing their sanity?
Without losing their sanity.
Yeah. I mean, because it'll drive, I mean, it could easily drive somebody crazy.
But
That
then that's when you communicate. Why do you keep saying why do you keep saying, and then that person will be like, oh, I didn't realize that I was, saying it that much, or I was, what I'm saying, I didn't mean it that way. So I would just say communicate it.
Communication, everybody. I just feel like it's important to tell the people out there. 2023, I'm telling everybody to do something fresh. All right. Just do your research. As I begin to counsel this year, and as we begin to help folks with
we you just said it, but you fixed it.
She has this Tourette's thing, y'all. I'll be talking, I'll be in a nice good flow, and she'll just blurt stuff out. I think it's a medical condition we have to work on. Before I was so rudely interrupted, I want people to know that as we begin to do matchmaking, these are some of the concepts, people, that you have to get down. You have to be you have to have this balance, right? Where you're looking for stuff to come out that you didn't know was there, that there might be more than meets the eye, while trying to be comfortable enough to enjoy the things that you do like about the person. Let me break that down to you again for everybody that wasn't listening, and for everybody that was. If you don't want to lose your sanity, be what I call an informed consumer, right? These simple pronouns talk to you about how the person thinks about your relationship. That's the bottom line. That's what it comes down to. So if they're still referring to somebody else as a we, there's still an emotional attachment probably there that you definitely haven't even cracked the surface with. So now, right? You have to dig and sift and find out what that's all about. That's a journey in of itself, isn't it? So shout out to everybody out there, man, that got cheated on, dissed, dogged, hurt, used, or abused in 2022. It's not going to happen in 2023 because you're going to watch You're a Mess and you're going to make something fresh happen. Taibu Muad'Dib, I don't play no games. I want you to know that we're going to get some folks in the studio. We're going to get some matches made. Tyrena, shout out to my ex-co-host. You know what I'm saying? She out there. She used my show to get hitched to a guy. And then some months later, she was like, forget you. So be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. Shout out to everybody that was playing the role before. Because that's over in 2023. Do you think people will be more wise now, watch the show and get some dating tips that's meaningful, help them come out of a mess, avoid a mess, and find something healthy?
Yeah. If they take the advice.
If you point the thumb, Shoot. We're gonna get up to a couple hundred eyes. The way we're gonna do that is we're gonna get you guys in here live. We're gonna get you going live on your own phones. I got the tripod stand with the phone attachments. So we're gonna get you guys in here. We're gonna go live. We're gonna have a good time. January is a year to like basically strategize how the rest of the year is gonna go. If you have issues strategizing your plans, your life, getting yourself together, put in the comments section. Go to patreon.com/Coach Type. I mean, you have to tap into it. I just put a video out today, my first one in a while. I was late to work because I was rushing out the house. I got pulled over by the cop. Because they still like pulling over African men that's riding in nice vehicles.
You were speeding.
That's riding in nice vehicles. The Europeans next to me were speeding too.
So you supposed to pull over everybody? Just be like, everybody, hey, all y'all, stop. I'm gonna pull.
He was supposed to give me a Dr. King month pass.
That's Monday.
Just one day? I'll get the whole week. Dr. King get the whole week. Dr. King walked the whole week over the Pettis Bridge. You know what I'm saying? We get a whole week. Taibu and Shay, everybody, we just doing our thing. We're going back and forth. I know it's getting late. I want to thank you guys for joining us for the show. We're going to give you the outro in a second. But remember, go to patreon.com/Coach Type. If you really, really want to take the first step, which is what the program is called, you want to take the first step towards doing something spectacular, like I did. Like I did. I just want you to kind of to know that this is not working. It's not working. Patreon.com.
You need glasses.
I got glasses. Something spectacular like what I did. If you want to change your life, it's a process, Shay. You got to have a tough time pointing at them and being brutally honest with yourself. Then go to patreon.com/Coach Taibu and let me help you guys. Let me mentor you guys. Let me mold you guys and shape you guys' mind. Effort, focus, and commitment. That's what it takes, everybody. So let's get to this outro, shall we? It was a beautiful night. It was a great podcast.
What happened to Darico?
Watching that basketball.
Oh, Lord. But shout out to Georgia. You know, they won. Give it up to them. 65-7. 65-7. I thought I was watching basketball at one point.
It's a little league score. It's literally a little league score.
I didn't think that would be no championship score. Like,
little league.
So TCU, hopefully next year y'all can come guns a-blazing and get it done.
Now if they don't got that recruiting class.
Cowboys, y'all better be ready on Monday because we got to whoop Brady, okay? Let's get her done.
And how? Let's do it.
Steelers, good job. Just wish,
wow,
the Jets could have, got y'all in there.
Okay. Y'all see the gut punch, right?
But next year, hit the slap.
Y'all see the gut punch, right?
Next year, y'all get it.
Y'all see how she doing me, right?
2 days later.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm trying my best.
You need to have it favorited so that way you could just pull it back up. Ding.
Say she out, yeah, hey y'all, she always does that after the fact. You want me to go hard? Let's go.
I
don't know what's picking this up. Okay.
When you start to get old, you fall behind on times. So you have to try to bring yourself up to, 2023. So he a work in progress. So
I don't know what's
we're gonna get it together. First of all, you gotta put it on Bluetooth. It's all right. Bluetooth, yeah.
Wow. Spin real. Taibu Muad'Dib. My whispering on the show, girlfriend. I don't know why she be. No, can't nobody hear that. And she definitely can talk louder than yeah.
That's how I talk.
Okay, in general, but on the podcast, she had to have a podcast voice. Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. You already know what it is. See y'all tomorrow for Wild Out Damn Wednesday. Don't miss it. It's gonna be wild.